again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, today I thought I would just catch you up on some changes that are ahead for 2018. Lately, there's been a push for cigar reviewers to sort of get in line with their scores, not to change anything, but to make the scores sort of universal. So I have no problem with that. And the thing to remember is in the end, the final product, the final score is really not going to change anything. There's going to be a numerical change, but where it falls in line as far as for the year will have very little effect. So this is what we're going to do. Up to now, my baseline lowest score of what I would have again, what I would buy or smoke again has been 90. I'm going to change that to 85. That means any cigar that I typically have given a 90 to will now, this year, coming 18, will show as an 85. The top end scores of, say, 94, 95, 96 will change very little because if I think that much about it, it's still going to be up there. To make it make a little more sense, let me scroll through here and show you what current scoring is and what the new scores will be. As you can see, really the only thing that's changed is the scoring is spread out, which gives me more room to give some various scores. So it's only going to help me out. It will take a little getting used to on my part because I have my brain set up to think of the old system, but I'm going to keep a cheat sheet here and make it work. But I think this will be fine. Now, another thing is that I've noticed, and you that watch the reviews will know this, sometimes a cigar can start one way, change in the middle, change at the end. Sometimes it's better here or there. So I'm going to try and remember to score the cigar basically in thirds, somewhere around the inch or so point, somewhere around the midpoint, and somewhere in the final third point. The final score will be sort of a average of those three. But there's always the unknown weight factor of what I think of it overall. So that may give you an idea if a cigar is fairly consistent or gets better or drops off. Just a little more information. Now, another thing, and I learned this year, and you saw it on one particular review. Any cigar that I receive in the mail, maybe I've ordered it, maybe it's been sent to me, whatever. If it comes through the mail or UPS or what have you, it will sit a minimum of 2 weeks before I review it. Anything purchased at a local shop is fair game to review right away, unless the shop just received it themselves, which I will let it rest 2 weeks. That will give us the best baseline of how that cigar is going to do. I personally hate the idea of aging cigars. When I purchase one, it should be ready to go now. If it's not ready to go now, then it shouldn't have been shipped in the first place. So, all in all, the bottom line is not much is going to change as far as overall year end scoring. If a cigar was great to begin with, it's going to be great. If it was mediocre, it's going to be mediocre in scoring. Last year's, next year's, whatever system you use. But for those people out there that scroll to the end instead of watching the whole video, they will now see a number that may cause them to watch the video because they won't know how that number came about. I hope this explains a little bit about what the new system will be. It's not that difficult, not that big of a deal. But since I've done one way for so many years and going to change, I thought I would try to catch you up and explain to you what's going to happen. So I've got a lot of cigars already that I'm going to actually hold off until next year to start reviewing. The year in review will be coming up in a couple weeks. So there you have it. That's the scoring system for 2018. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you understand it, and I hope you'll work with me on it. See you next year.